YI or YI4K is an action camera made by two companies called Xiaomi and YI Technology from China. This small-size action camera has a true 4K video recording capability and a 12 megapixel Sony sensor inside, together with built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and a touch screen. In this video, I will do a full review of this camera based on my 2 weeks of using it continuously. Before I show you all the features and functions of the YI4K, I would like to tell you that I also wrote an in-depth article containing a bit more information compared to what I will show you in this video. You can also read the article if you like a little more information and a little more in-depth overview on the YI2 camera. YI2 is powered by Umbrella processor or chip and has a Sony 12 megapixels image sensor inside. Its battery is 1400 mAh and has a 7-glass layered fixed focused 155 degrees wide-angle lens with a 2.8 aperture. Besides these components, there is a wonderful 2-inch screen made out of Gorilla Glass at the back of the camera, which makes navigation and user experience a breeze. There are actually 2 versions of the YI2 camera, so unless you speak Chinese, you really should be careful which one you will buy. And the difference between them is that currently Chinese version has only Chinese language inside the camera and the app cannot be changed, so that is why you should get international version if you're not from China. Also, camera comes in 3 different colors: black, white and rose gold. This time manufacturer obviously decided to go to a little more conventional color and design, since their previous model Xiaomi YI had quite a garish green looking color which wasn't appealing to everyone, including myself. Also, YI2 is available in different packages and bundles, and the one I will show you here is a camera only package, or the most basic one, which contains only camera, battery, USB cable and the manual. So I'll not unbox the camera since that is everything you will get. So let's get straight to the design and build quality. You can see on the screen the size of the camera, and it weighs around 96 grams, which is a little bit more than its predecessor. Also, the YI2 is a little bit bigger than YI1. Personally, to me, the design is quite appealing and simple, and the entire camera has only 1 button, which is amazing. In the past, I complained a lot about the cameras which have too many functions and buttons, but this time, engineers of YI Technology and Xiaomi really nailed it and made quite minimalistic and modern looking device by not ruining its functionality by oversimplifying it. Speaking of the quality and the design, one thing I really did not like about the black model I got is that camera is prone to scratches and scuffs, and that is visible. You can see now here how many scratches my camera got, and I barely used it in any serious extreme situations. So the coating of the camera is pretty badly made in my opinion, and for an action camera, body should really have some sort of different plastic which would prevent scratches. The top of the camera has power and recording button and 2 stereo speakers, and an interesting addition is that it has also an LED indicator located on the top of the recording button. So by pressing this button you can turn the camera on and also initiate the recording at the same time. On the side there is only an USB compartment, and what some of you might notice is that there is no HDMI output, which means that you won't be able to plug YI2 camera into your TV and preview footage on the TV directly. In one way, I'm really not bothered by this, because the touchscreen, which I will show you in a moment, is absolutely amazing for previewing footage, but there are people who like to preview videos they're made directly on a TV, so those people will have to find another way to watch the media they created on the TV. The bottom of the camera has a battery compartment and a memory card, and next to it is a tripod socket, which is a great addition since you can mount the camera directly on 1/4 inch screw without any additional frames or mounts. Okay, I saved the best for the last. At the back of the camera there is LCD touch screen. This screen not only enables you better compositions while you record video or take photo by allowing you to watch live in real time what you're recording, but also allow you to preview already recorded footage. On top of that, since it is a touch screen, it is extremely easy to navigate and change options, settings and mode. According to manufacturer, the screen is made out of Gorilla Glass, which in theory should mean that it is resistant to most of the light scratches, but I wasn't able to get confirmation from YI that this is actually Gorilla Glass. I also searched on Gorilla Glass website and I was unable to find this device listed. That is why I asked Yi Technology for a document that verifies the claim that this is actual Gorilla Glass, but their support did not get a permission from top level management to forward me such document, unfortunately. In terms of video quality, Yi 4K is certainly one of the best action cameras I've tested so far. Not only does the camera allow you to record in various resolutions and modes, but it is also capable of capturing true 4K videos. And since the camera supports 4K, that is the mode I use the most to record. However, in this video, I only used 1080p 60 samples, and if you would like to see more samples, I'd recommend you to go to article I wrote and view them there directly. As you can see, in the daylight, camera works quite well. It creates quite natural looking and sharp footage, and the focus of the camera is quite well adjusted. Some of you might remember that the previous Yi model had focus issues, and this one is actually quite well focused in my opinion. Even though most of the action cameras do not work that well in low light environment, I was quite satisfied with how Yi 2 records at night. It is nothing spectacular, but certainly satisfying enough for a sports camera, which is primarily made for outdoor daylight use. There are two features that I would like to show you. They're called slow motion and time lapse, and you can see the sample of how slow motion works. It basically works right out of the box, creating slow motion video right away. You do not have to do anything in post-production, and the same goes with the time lapse. The only con of the camera is that electronic video stabilization that camera has does not support 4K mode, so if you would like less shaky footage, you'll have to record in 1080p. Additionally, when the auto low light option is turned on, videos might look a little less sharp, so my recommendation is to try to adjust settings manually instead of leaving it to auto low light. Even though the previous Yi camera had 16 megapixel sensor and this one has only 12, Yi creates quite decent looking photographs which are quite sharp and natural looking. Also, if you're a fan of night photography, you can experiment with this camera and create very interesting images, especially thanks to shutter speed, which you can adjust and create images looking like this. Okay, so camera has very good video and image quality, but when it comes to audio, there are some things that bothered me and could be a deal breaker for some. At first, Yi created very decent sound, especially when you're talking, and it is good for vlogging in my opinion. However, when I began taking Yi out of my electronic music festivals and events, it sounds just wasn't perfect. Now, be careful, the next few sound samples might be a little bit too loud, so make sure to adjust your speakers before you hear them. And also, one of the major disadvantages is that Yi 4K does not support an external microphone as far as I know, so you won't be able to use third-party mics and plug them into the camera to enhance the sound quality. You will have to use an external voice recorder for this purpose, if you're a sound freak, of course. So I showed you the design and build quality, video, audio and image quality, and now let's talk about feature that I loved about Yi, that its user interface and navigation. Look guys, I tested plenty of action cameras and I can freely say that Yi 2 is without any doubt the most user-friendly sports camera I've ever tested. It is very easy to use it and it works quite well. The menu is responsive and basically you can change settings within seconds. For instance, to turn the camera on, you simply need to hold the power button for a few seconds, and if you want to record the video, assuming that you're in the video mode, just press this button once again. To change modes, you just need to swipe from left to right or from right to left. If you swipe up, you will enter settings, and here you can choose from 9 different modes that Yi has. Swipe down and you'll see the shortcuts such as Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, lock and power off. To turn the camera off, you just need to hold the power button for 3 seconds. To change the settings, you just need to click onto this tool icon here. Depending on which mode you are in, different settings will appear. And to play back the footage, you just need to click on the play icon in the bottom left side of the screen. Quite easy, guys, right? I mean, without any doubt, the most user-friendly action camera I've tested so far. One more important thing is that the camera has 9 different modes, and as I said, depending on which mode you are in, different settings will appear on the camera, though there are some that will appear in all modes. I will not go through settings in this video, that would make this video too long, and if you would like to see what settings the camera offers, I will leave a link in the description leading to the article where you can read about each and every setting. I really did my best to describe each and every feature of the camera in the article, guys. So now I'll just show you a few interesting options, such as field of view, which allows you to reduce the wide angle from the original 155 degrees. Reducing the angle is achieved by using the software to crop the image. That is why the images in medium and narrow won't look as sharp as in wide angle. Just have that in mind. Okay, there is also white balance, which allows you to change warmth and coolness of the footage, and you can adjust white balance from 5 available options, including auto, native, tungsten, daylight and cloudy. Similar to its competitor GoPro, YI Technology added an option which allows users to choose between 2 coloring setups. 2 coloring setups are called YI Color and Flat. The first one gives you much more rich color images, whereas the second one, Flat, provides less saturated colors. The Flat option should be used by people who want to use color correction in their videos and images and boost colors in post-production. It is similar to GoPro's Pro Tune feature actually. The YI 2 camera can be also operated remotely in 2 ways, via the Bluetooth with the Bluetooth remote controller and the Wi-Fi app. The YI 4K has a built-in Wi-Fi which allows camera to connect to your smartphone, and there are both apps for Android and iOS. With the YI app, you can preview the footage you're recording in real time on your phone, download recorded media and save it to your phone directly, and also change settings. I also want to point out that Wi-Fi works very well and that there is not much latency between the camera and the phone. And also thanks to having both 2.4 and 5 GHz channels, the download speed can go up to 30 megabytes per second, which is quite impressive. I hope that this video was interesting and that I show you some features of the YI camera. As I said, if you would like a better understanding of options, setups and perhaps accessories, you can go and read my article. I'll put a link in the video's description. So let's summarize everything about YI 2 camera. I must admit that I really liked the YI 4K camera. Camera creates natural looking and sharp videos and photographs, and for its price it is probably the best bang for the buck that you can currently get for a mid-range sports action camera. If you would like a cheaper camera than this one, you should take a look at Xiaomi YI or Aiken H9. I'll put the link for both of the cameras and their full reviews in the description. I also think that the battery of the camera is quite good, and I like the support and documentation that is available for the camera. What blew my mind is how easily YI 2 is to operate, and navigation and overall user experience are an absolute breeze thanks to the touch screen and the well-designed menu. Also, camera has a huge community behind it, so if you're a fan of custom scripts and modifications, you'll love the YI community because they have forums where they share all sorts of scripts which change and add additional function to the camera, but be careful with the scripts always. Audio on the camera is decent, but it really gets bad in loud environments such as electronic music concert and festivals, and the microphone is just too sensitive for that kind of recording. Also, camera does not support external microphones, so it might be a deal breaker for some people. One more con of the camera is that it does not have HDMI output, and its coating is prone to scratches and scuffs, especially on black colored model. It is quite easily to notice those scratches on the surface of the camera. So that is pretty much everything, guys. I really had so much fun testing YI 2. I believe it is extremely good valued camera for the money. Personally, I'm very satisfied with the overall experience, and I would recommend it to people who are looking for a more advanced action camera. If you have any questions, feel free to leave the comment on this video, or even better, if you like a bit faster reply, leave it on the article on our website, and someone from our team will get back to you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.